When creating your own cover, there are 3 important aspects to consider: size, spine, and bleed. The first thing you should do when designing your cover is decide how you want to lay it out. At 48 Hour Books, we can accept cover files in sections: front, back, spine, or in one complete piece that includes all 3 cover elements together. You then need to determine what size your book will be. We have 4 basic standard sizes: 4 1/4 by 7, 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, 6 by 9, and 8 1/2 by 11, but you're free to choose a custom size if you'd like. The following instructions are for perfect bound or paperback books. The easiest way to provide files is to send us separate files for the front and back covers. We can add the spine for you. If you decide to design your cover in one piece, it's best to visualize the front cover plus the back cover plus the spine. If your book is 6 by 9, your cover will be 9 inches tall and 6 inches plus 6 inches plus the spine wide. The spine width is determined by the amount of pages in your book. Our standard paper is 60-pound offset, and 440 pages of 60-pound offset is 1 inch thick. To calculate the spine width, you would divide the number of pages by 440. So, if your book is 120 pages, you're going to take that amount and divide it by 440. This will add an additional 0.27 onto the width of your book, making the final size 12.27 inches wide by 9 inches tall. If you decided to have a design with bleed, color, or artwork that goes right to the edge of the page, then the document needs to have an additional 1/8 of an inch on all sides. This allows for us to have extra image for trimming. When designing, make sure nothing important is in the area to be trimmed off. Also, make sure all text is at least 1/4 inch away from the edge of the trim area. For casebound or hardcover books, instead of adding bleed, you would add an additional 0.7 inches to the outer edge of the cover design. This allows for wraparound of the image onto the bookboard. You also need to add an additional 1/2 inch to the width of the front cover and the back cover. When designing the cover for a casebound book, you want to make sure to leave that extra 1/2 inch on each side of the spine as a dead area. You don't want to have text in that area. Our spiral-bound books don't have a spine, so there's no need to worry about that, and it's easier to design it in 2 pieces. But be sure to keep any type away from the coil holes, which will be about 1/2 inch from the binding edge. These instructions should get you started, but please remember, if you have any questions at all, we're only a phone call away.